Put your head into that.
Jesus, Iron Man. You the fucking small head in him.
When you say Jarvis, open the mask, alright?
You know, Jarvis, turn on the old system. Jarvis, system on. Oh, open the mask there. Got me a different helmet now. We should bring this one, don't we? Close mask. Oh, that is sick.
Oh, that's Killian for cleaning our camera. Look at it, speak and span now. Thanks, Killian.
You're the best, Killian. My dad, Killian.
Bit of TLC never went astray. That's pretty good.
Dirty. Oh, that different juice.
How fat the wheel is it, right?
Just put it on bags, man.
Bags are for shopping.
So the next time you see this car, it'll be red.
Sorry for that. Come here. No, you girl.
Me, I wasn't expecting that at all.
I did this one myself and that one myself. So I got me this mirror after fucking Pirates of the Caribbean, the Black Pearl. So it says it on it, and they sent all those stickers with it. So it's obviously much better at night, but like,
Yeah.
and it'll light up kind of the whole car.
Holy moly, you won't miss the gear stick anyway.
Do you find they grind though?
Once it's in the radio, that's in gear, and then reverses all the way back out. So if I have a cup of coffee, it's getting maimed. They used to all be like that. I got them off Etsy or some shit, I don't know. But they're actually very hard to clean.
The interior is very nice on them actually.
The only thing that's gone a bit weird is this seat, because I've been sitting on it. I was going to get the leather repaired, but your man was looking for 180 plus VAT. So I was like, nah, you're alright, some black tape, you're alright.
Cool.
Don't forget about the story behind them.
Yeah, so it's cool for meets and stuff, you know, have that hanging up, have the mirror on, and we got purple fogs for it as well. Clocks are standard, yeah. There's something loose at the moment. So if I go over a bump, this will tell me I'm doing 0, so it's not clocking miles. That's great. The only other thing is that's connected to my fuel sensor. So if I go around a bend, it tells me I have absolutely no fuel, and if I'm going downhill, full tank.
I'd be going down the hill all the time.
When I bought this, it was already lowered. There's an LPG tank in the boot, so it runs off gas. You just hit this button and it'll run off gas. And I think at the moment it's like 90 cent a litre.
What do you mean it runs off gas? What?
LPG gas. So there's a plastic tank in the spare wheel well in the boot. So if someone crashed into the back of me, I'm hoping it doesn't explode. Just instant death, like.
I've never heard of a car that runs off gas.
It's about £2,000 to get one of them kits and fitted, and I bought this for just under 3. Like if we're going on, you know, a cruise or something and we're motorway most of the way, this has cruise control, 2003. So stick the cruise control on, gas on, and I'm using absolutely no petrol. I could leave with the full tank and it will get me pretty much all the way up and maybe halfway back, and it's about 15 quid to fill. So
That's mad. Cheat code there, like.
there's only a couple of petrol stations that'll do it though. So in Limerick, Chalks do it. So you have,
I highly doubt that small bottle would help you.
you'd never know. Something's better than nothing in it. And you stick this thing on, you twist that on, that then goes into the tank in the boot, and the gun for the LPG, you twist it onto this and then you hold it and pull up the clip, and then you go over to the where it comes out and you just hold the button and it'll fill automatically. It'll fill to about 80% because it won't let you fill above that because it's just dangerous.
Yeah.
It's a loaded bomb.
Rear-ended it
Up in the
is.
bumper as well, like.
This is the
I thought that
tank.
was a wheel. I was like, that's a fucking metal wheel.
But when you have the gas on, the whole car smells of it, and I'm just about to light a fag and I'm like, I'm so unsure.
Standing here just like smoking a fag around
But
gas.
it's not on, like, so you know, it's alright.
Do you smoke a fag while you're driving?
Well, we have been, yeah.
It's about the same as petrol in terms of burnage, like, so you get the same miles per gallon as petrol, but you pay half the price in it. Not as economical as diesel, but again, you're paying half the price. Like at Obama Plaza to Dublin and back, I'd say, on the tank of that.
I did sump it, which was fun. Because you know, it's the same as the Mark IVs, like. So the sump is the lowest point. I know anyone who's in Limerick, if they know the road between O'Brien's Bridge and Daly's Cross. Bouncy road, and Sophie's going a little too fast and the car's a little too low. There's a big bang, and Colin was behind me in his Beamer, and there was oil all over his windscreen. Made it up to the petrol station at Daly's Cross. It was like a murder scene. There was just oil everywhere. Had to be trailered back to Colm's shed. The boys up in Offaly, Celtic Customs, they did it. They're fucking legends. We were coming out of his shed. Someone was coming against me. I was like, no bother, I'll just reverse. Tried to look into my wing mirror there at the driver's side. Was not there. So anyway, your man who owned the land of it and all around it owns cows, and one of them came out to the car and started rubbing off against it and broke it.
Now keep in mind, there's about 50 cars out at this shed, most of them scrapped for parts, whatever, and this was the only clean car that was outside that day,
And they went for that.
they drove this fucking mirror off of all the cars.
So we taped it up for a little while, and trying to find the exact one for this car was torture. Then I did find one. We had to, it wasn't the right colour. I think it was like a grey or something, or silver.
We were going to have to try colour match a black that's what, 20 years old
Yeah,
at this
of
stage.
course,
It's near impossible, and because we were going with a lot of the purple accents, we said we'd try to come up with something in between. So we got purple glitter. We sprayed a matte black purple glitter and then lacquered over the top of them. When it was done first, it looked unbelievable, like, and the glitter started to fade over time then, because it was only arts glitter we got, like, you know,
yeah.
sort of.
Faded to blue, but I mean, they still do the job.
And the worst spot ever, you're going to get ate alive.
I'm in the shed. I'm like a priest in a fucking playground. Are you having a laugh?
We got our mapped as well. You could hear it in the exhaust. It was popping and banging slightly, so it just needed a more powerful map to really emphasise it.
What's a map to? What power?
About 235, we reckon. After we fried 2 ECUs.
Yeah, that was a very difficult night.
That was an emotional time. That. So here's your LPG system coming in from the back. Let's say you've all your gas lines joined up from your normal fuel.
Oh yeah.
You literally swap it to push a button while you're driving, so they have to connect through to a secondary set of injectors, which is lovely.
Which would you have more power on? Obviously,
petrol.
Yeah, that's what I was
yeah.
thinking.
Like you wouldn't notice a substantial difference. The thing with the LPG systems, I found this out from an old boy inside and work. You're never supposed to go full throttle when you're running it on gas. You're never supposed to put the foot floor. Like you can still drive to 160 mile an hour, whatever you want, but never go foot flat. Like because something to do with the way the gas is when you really push it that hard, it clogs everything up or something. He was explaining to me long, but the gist of it is you only go to about 80% throttle when you're driving on. So if you're ever really pushing on, you just go back to the petrol.
I'm Jane in the boot.
Astra girl are looking a bit different this time anyway.
Yeah, I got my eyes
cut the hair.
We've seen it before, me and Alex.
J14.
We were drunk and fucking having the crack with it the last time. Treadmills and mirrors and fucking all that. When it was bought standard, was it?
Oh, completely standard, yeah. She bought it to drive it every day, and then she got it resprayed because there was lacquer peel on one side of it, and then after that there was kind of no stopping.
How much do you reckon's gone into it?
Well over 10 grand, I'd say.
Big money, like, because I know, like, there'll be people watching now and they'll be fucking like, what, an Astra? Like, what motivated her to go with an Astra, like?
She had one before that. She had a 1.4 petrol one before that, and she sold that and didn't know what to get, and then this came up with reasonable enough money for what it was for the year of it at the time, and then she got it resprayed, and then she got the first set of alloys, lowered it on coilovers, and then from there it just went stupid after that, like.
No half ends here, like.
We remapped it when we put the intercooler on. She got 140 brake out of it, like. There's nothing else done to just front mount the intercooler, that's it.
And Gordons, what's behind the Gordons crack, like?
There was never any Gordons on until we put it on air, right? And then we were kind of trying to come up with something to do for our boot build, because the air was done first and then the intercooler. So we were trying to come up with something different to do with the boot build. That's what we went with, was drink. And we were trying to find something pink, obviously, because the whole other rest of the car was pink, so Gordon's pink gin it was. And I wouldn't mind she wanted to touch the stuff like it.
It's like a disco back here.
When you're driving, obviously you take them out, like, and all that, do you?
Yeah, you have to take them out.
And who designed all this, we'll say?
I designed the boot build, and then we went out to Fine Signs, and he printed that for us.
The initials. Savage.
We actually got stickers made up, and I went away then and got glitter glue of all things. Glitter glue to peel off the stencil, put it dry it all in then. That's what it was left with, so.
Definitely not a purchase you were expecting to be buying.
No, glitter glue, no. One switch is for turning the compressor on and off to build air, and the other one then is for the underglow on the car.
The underglow is sick as well, obviously we won't see it now today with the...
Yeah, she actually has a different underglow since she last saw it. It's all controlled off her phone now.
Was that expensive to do?
The underglow?
Yeah.
Surprisingly no. All one colour was something like, we had to get 3 different strips, and all together I think it was around 80 quid. And the steering wheel she got made in Germany.
I like that more, like.
She's good, sturdy, does the job.
There's some wanted, like, even like, you know, little parts like this and stuff, like, they're cool, like.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, do you know? Like, so the colour coding then, how did you...
It has been 3 different pinks so far, because the first pink was showing up red on the camera, the second pink was showing up like a peachy colour, and then we got that sticker down there. That's actually all vinyl sticker, and she liked that, so we went in and got it scanned, and it came up as actually a paint coat, so we got a lot of cans of it mixed and went to spray. That's actually a second bonnet, because we cut her out for the vents. She didn't want to cut the original bonnet in case it all went tits up, basically.
The seats are lovely.
Front axle, rear axle, or the two of them together.
Oh.
We ordered them in from Poland, Air Ride Poland. The whole kit was 1,200–1,300 euros, and then we fitted them ourselves. So
Is it tough, like? Is it cunt of a job, like?
I put them all together inside in the house first and got it all working wire-wise inside the house, because you have to build a wiring loom for that, down to electronic valves in the back. So I done all that inside the house first, and then it was a case of strip out all the interior and run all the pipes and the wires. All in all, 3 days.
I'll be on to do my Corolla, so. It's so cool, isn't it? Your man came up there looking at it. So he's like, what the fuck is going on here?
Someone shooting someone up the road. Farmer Johnny's got mad again. Jimmy was trimming his hedge. Driving the Skoda bus here, living the dream. You know yourself, man.
In a Skoda Rapid, man. Chris is fucking flooring it. Loving life. Stuck to the back seat.
The day was good. The cars were nice. Didn't really know what was going on in the engine, but sure, look, we move.
That fucking gas thing, man, in the back is crazy.
Yeah, it's mental.
Might get that for the old girl.
Big shout out to Sophie. Big shout out to Stacey, who wasn't obviously there, but look, fucking her boyfriend Jack done a great job at imitating her. Did you enjoy the cars? Like,
Do you know what, man? An Astra is a pure show pony, man. It's something different. Plus, most of the time you have a lot of Beamers that are done up and Audis that are done up to the last, man. You wouldn't expect an Astra like.
yeah, it's cool to see an Astra like that. In fairness, like.
The seat as well, man. All the pops and bangs, man. Loud. I'd love to be driving that 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. You know, good morning, my neighbours, kind of a thing. Like bang, 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 going down the road. Like
It puts Kieran Sheehan's Evo to shame, I'd say. Fucking pops and bangs off
Oh, that's a big statement.
Next week, I don't know where we're going. Fucking someone has a shed. Rapid stat. It's the second last episode. We have our final episode done with the Money Man, and then our last episode is going to be like a review. Myself, Giller, and Alex are going to sit down, have a cup of tea, bit of Fanta.
Oh, a little cheeky podcast.
Yeah, and chat about the whole season itself. And then season 2 of this is going to be dropping in like September, October, and we're pre-recording it so that none of this shit of last minute videos is happening. And that's basically it. So we'll see you in the next one.